Jeanie, that would be fantastic. Just get the sizing just right so we can see as much as we can. There we go. So welcome to the call, everyone. I was hoping to have some really cool, funky dance music because this project has been... Sorry?
It's a party.
It's a party for me, yes. And I have been doing this for 4 years in the making. Okay, 4 years in the making for me to hold this vision of get this app out for all of us to make our job so much easier. So yeah, wow. Took me a little while to get that sorted. Okay, I'm going to skip the music, which is really a bummer. Welcome everyone to the call. My name is Justin Phillips and I am streaming in from Bribie Island, and I'm very privileged and proud to be an Ambassador Diamond with ASEA. And as you know, myself and many of you know, myself and Nicole are the founders of the Shine Bright team, and we are very passionate about sharing this extraordinary technology, the extraordinary business opportunity, and the extraordinary quality of life that this opportunity has to offer everyone. And I have been tirelessly working this last week and over weeks, about 4.5 months. We regained control of this project. It was out of my hands for a number of years, but for 4 years now, I've held the vision of using automating technology to make our job of sharing these molecules so much easier. And I am very proud tonight to present the new Shine Bright team Jeanie GO app. Yay! The crowd goes wild. Woo! All right, it's not exactly like a live event, but you know, you're kind of getting the picture. I'm pretty rapt about it. So this really is for business builders and team leaders. This is an extraordinary piece of technology. This is a brand new product from Jixity. So Jixity is a company that used to run ASEA Connect for us. As you know, we've been using ABC and ASEA Connect for a number of years now. Previous, there was no corporate support. Then there was corporate support. During that period, it was a particularly bad period. And then a number of months ago, ASEA Corporate had announced that they were going in a different direction with another provider, and that allowed us to again take control of or work with Larry and Jixity in order to take control of the project and deliver a really amazing product to you. So tonight is about what is that product, how's it going to work for you, how's it going to make your life easier, as well as a little bit of information about the transitional situation. I know many of you have been a little bit confused about what's going on with ASEA Connect, what's happening with your contacts, all that sort of stuff, and we are going to deal with that tonight. So the agenda is what happened to ASEA Connect from Jixity, and the frequently asked questions about that transition, what's new and exciting, and there's lots of new and exciting stuff. What is the demo? We're going to do a demo tonight of the new app, and by all means, please jump on your own phones as well and have a little bit of a play, but maybe just wait until we're in the demo section before you do that. And you can follow me in the demo. Okay, so I'll put my screen share my phone, and you can follow us through the demo. Then we're going to talk about what's next. So this is just the beginning. This phase of the launch, we have some very fundamental functions, but there are a lot more functions coming in the future, which is super exciting. What are your resources? How do you train on this? How do you give feedback, so forth? We're going to cover that. And then how you can help further this project and really make this the best we possibly can, not just for yourself, not just for Shine Bright team, for all of us here, and even the network marketing industry, because I truly believe that this piece of technology is the best piece of technology I have seen in the network marketing industry. And that's really exciting. Then we're going to do a question and answer time. So what happened to ASEA Connect from Jixity? Well, as you know, Jixity was providing the ASEA Connect app, but it was pretty much a bit of a disaster. And it's not necessarily from Jixity's perspective. There was a lot of miscommunication, a lot of misunderstanding, not a lot of recognition and understanding of how intelligent that the app was, but there was also a bit of a fundamental difference in philosophy. So ASEA Connect, the brand new one, is very much a corporate content driven app. It allows corporate to program what content is in there and allows people to share that content. And for those
but you cannot share nearly all of the content on social media if you live in Australia or New Zealand.
Okay, I'll get to that, darling. Yep. Yeah, so the content in that is pretty much focused on the US because unfortunately outside of the US mainland, all the science and so far as we know, pretty much all the science, anything on the liquid, anything about redox in the liquid, we're actually not allowed to promote publicly. It can only privately be shared. And there is grave concerns around what the restrictions were going to be outside of the US. And that's where we really got to town and again, partnered with Jixity to develop our new app, which is the Jeanie GO app. And this is owned by Jixity as a third-party provider. So it has nothing to do with ASEA corporate. Jixity is providing this product directly to us as the consumer. Thankfully, we still do have some support from ASEA corporate in that we have some of the data coming from the back-end database, and that allows things like notifications and rank advancements for pro subscribers and things like that. But we have built this app independent of that relationship with ASEA. We've built this app to be completely self-sustainable, no matter what happens down the track with access to the ASEA data or not. And we believe, and we have a commitment from ASEA corporate that that's not going away at any time soon. But that's absolutely amazing because we have a field-driven tool. In the world of network marketing, there are various parties, and corporate, they're really about the logistics, manufacturing, so forth, and product promotion. The field is the sales force. We are the sharers. We're the people on the cold face, and our needs are different to corporate. Many of you have done our training. You understand when we talk about doing social media promotion, for example, not to use the name ASEA, not to use the name Renew 28, but to rather talk in different language to gain curiosity, decrease resistance, and not drive traffic to Google or something like that, but to drive traffic as an inbound inquiry to yourself. And that is a concept that is different to how corporate sees itself. Corporate is all about big branding. It's about making the world know about ASEA. But when you're talking to your prospect, you want that prospect to be talking to you about ASEA. And that means that you need to do a certain process in order to direct that conversation so the business comes back to you and you are justly rewarded for your effort in all of that process. So I suppose the analogy here is a little bit between a sports car and a utility. Okay, so a sports car is really fast and flashy, and that's what ASEA Connect is. It looks really pretty, it's very fast, and you can share content on it. If you're in the US mainland, you can do that very effectively, but outside of the mainland, not so good. But for us, what is our job? We're going to get down and get a bit dirty, and we're doing the gardening, we're doing the landscaping at home. And therefore, we need a utility. We need a truck that's going to do the work and lift the load and be a lot more functional than a sports car. It's no good going down to the hardware in a sports car and expecting to pick up a cubic meter of soil and a bunch of bits and pieces and some turf and throw the tools in the back and bring it home to the house. That's not going to work. Jixity has, thankfully, I'm super grateful to Larry and the team at Jixity. Jeanie GO is a utility. It is a truck, and it is an amazing machine that empowers us to do our job better. Okay, so what are some of the frequently asked questions that people are talking about right now? They want to know things like, where is my data and how do I access it? So there was a lot of confusion when the turnover went from the old ASEA Connect that was run by Jixity to the new ASEA Connect that's run by a company called Verb. There wasn't a lot of understanding and warning, and corporate perhaps could have communicated a little bit better about what was going to happen. There was no migration strategy. So they were completely separate. So if you had contacts, you had history, you had favorites set up and templates and so forth set up in the old ASEA Connect, whether it's on the app itself or on the desktop version, none of that information, unfortunately, was transferred to ASEA Connect. And it can't be, because the content that's in Jeanie and the Jeanie GO app is far more complex and sophisticated than what the new ASEA Connect app is able to accept. It's quite a simple tool. It's quite a simple sharing tool. It's really not the same level of customer relationship database or anything like that. And there's a whole lot of data in Jeanie GO that ASEA Connect is just not capable of dealing with. So you can't transfer your data and contacts into the ASEA Connect app, unfortunately. So if people were perhaps in the US and they're looking at ASEA Connect as an app that they choose to use, to fill out that your database in the ASEA Connect app, you are best off importing specific contacts from your phone and building out that new customer relationship database from scratch. If you're a Jeanie user, you might have been a Jeanie Pro subscriber in the past or something like that, then the great news is all of your content and all of the contacts that you may have been working with for 5, 6 years or 4 or 5 years and have history and know what they've shared and what they're interested in and done the interviews and so forth, all of that data is being transferred into the Jeanie GO app and the Jeanie GO desktop. So that's really exciting for you. There's going to be zero transition problem between the old ASEA Connect app and the new Jeanie GO app. So that's brilliant. Yes, there will be training for Jeanie GO. We're going to talk about where you can get some training very shortly. And that's going to pop up even in the app as well. What happened to my ASEA Connect Pro subscription? Nothing. It's completely remained the same. The new ASEA Connect app that's being rolled out from corporate, they actually don't charge for that. Corporate pays for that. But what Jeanie GO does is far more sophisticated and is, in my opinion, absolutely worth the Pro subscription fee for the benefits and the things we get. And that will just remain the same. Don't cancel your Pro subscription, just leave it as it is, and it will be automatically applied to your Jeanie GO subscription. So that's great. And yes, you do need a Pro subscription in order to get the best benefits for a business builder. There will be, at the moment, there is actually a free account, but it doesn't have all the functionality of the Pro subscription. And the functionality will be fairly substantially limited for the not free, but that very cheap version, the very light version. The price of all of that, we're still not quite sure how that's going to work, but by the end of this month, if you do not have a Pro subscription, you will actually lose access to the Jeanie GO desktop version. And if you do have content in there, I don't think any of you do, but leaders that have campaigns and all of that kind of really quite sophisticated stuff, they will actually lose all of that content. So if you want to maintain the best continuity between the old and the new system, please keep your Pro subscription, and the benefits you're going to get out of this new app are going to far exceed what you ever had previously, which is amazing. We're working very hard to deliver excellent value with this new app. So what do you get free with Jeanie GO? You get some sharing and so forth, but your training will be highly limited. You will not have notifications. All of the Pro subscriptions that we get all of this. You don't get the online, the desktop version, that sort of stuff. So Pro subscription is definitely the way to go. And that will cost about that $25 a month. If you had been grandfathered into the old subscription, so this is quite a long time ago, over a year ago, I think, a couple of years ago, maybe. If you are grandfathered into that subscription at $20 a month, that will remain that $20 a month, and you will get your 2 accounts per ASEA account. So if you're a couple or a couple of people doing in a business partnership doing your ASEA business, you can get your 2 separate accounts in Jeanie GO. Interesting, ASEA Connect, they have not resolved that, and at the moment they don't offer that. Okay, so Pro subscription benefits. So free partner account, single login, 2 messages at once. For example, you can send an email and a text, or a text and a social media. You'll have full contact management detail. You'll be able to assign and recommend training to people as well. That at the moment, all of our energy and efforts has been in the app, so the desktop version has suffered somewhat, and we will be working on that very soon. Like I said, by the end of the month, there's going to be some significant changes. So some of that assigned training, that's yet to be developed, but that will be developed very shortly. The desktop version, only available with the Pro version. There will be a team manager in that, which is very important, particularly once you get to an executive level. You really want to be knowing what's going on inside your team and being able to communicate with them as well. Automation, so business notification texts. The other day, I heard one of the very top leaders in ASEA say that their Jeanie GO text messages, when they get enrollments, when they get customers that have done a wellness tracker, when they get a rank advancement, when they get people's birthdays and so forth, those notifications that come up as a part of your Jeanie Pro subscription, this leader described that as their lifeline in the business, the thing that they loved the most and gave them the most positive and optimistic feeling about the business were these notifications. So this is really important, and it's certainly something that I use every single day. The daily dashboard, we used to have a Jeanie version of the daily dashboard, and we still do, but this is where my next focus will be on. I'll be creating an incredible report in this daily dashboard to really help you be able to identify your business. I'm going to go more into that a little bit later on. Of course, the wellness tracker, priority support. As you're a pro user, you'll have much higher priority support, user community, and lots of business innovation. Okay, so what's new and exciting about Jeanie GO? Obviously, the name's changed. It's now Jeanie GO. There is a new desktop address. So jeaniego.com. If you use the desktop version, please take that address down, jeaniego.com. Pretty easy to remember though. The Jeanie GO mobile app, it's very fast, it's very simple. It has a lot of new training in it, has a training library. It has a whole settings section, which we'll go through in the demonstration in just a second. Has feedback, it has in-app feedback, and you can even opt in to send your team leaders what that feedback is, which is really important, particularly in this first few weeks. Translation, so there's internationalization within this app, which is amazing. It's field-driven content. This is an app that is built by field leaders, for field leaders, and for business builders. We have never had that before. This is really a revolution in the way that we can do our business. Jeanie GO for team leaders, it has a Jeanie GO administrator. So there is a special page that Nicole and I and very select people will actually have access to in order to program your content. And that is in real time. So for example, this video that I can record, I can actually upload that and put it into the training library in real time. We have never had anything like that. That means we've got a promotion, we create a file, we can put it on the app. You know, super amazing, super fast, super efficient. So complete content control, Jixity assistance. Larry is on his A game. He is an extraordinary business partner to do business with, and his shackles are off and he is in the zone again, and I'm loving working with him. He is just a wonderful resource and an asset to all of us. And I know many of you have met him and he's spoken to us at convention or done a Zoom in, and many of you love him as much as I do. Internationalization. This is definitely a huge opportunity for growth and expansion. And there's a lot of translation work happening in the background. Nicole's really driving that on the world scene of ASEA. She is the #1 person in the world that is driving the internationalization, and Jeanie GO is the way we're going to deliver that to the field, which is awesome. And of course, lots of direct Jixity support. Okay, so it's in Apple, it's in Android. So they're the two links. But if you go to your App Store and search for Jeanie GO, or your Google Play Store and Jeanie GO, you will find it there. So the two tools, just a little bit of a comparison between ASEA Connect and Jeanie GO. So the target users of ASEA Connect really are about sharers. They're about part-timers that just want to do a little bit of sharing and just really help people get a bit of information and hopefully get communication from ASEA Corporate. But at the moment, that function is not working and has yet to be developed. Jeanie GO is really about business builders and field leaders. This is a leadership tool. Okay, content store. So you will not have any input into what sort of content you can put ASEA Connect. Okay, so you cannot say to ASEA Corporate, right, this is a really great video, I want to see it in the app. Not going to happen. It is completely corporate controlled, which is good from a liability perspective for them, except for the challenge outside of the US. The Jeanie GO is all field leaders, and we can either do that alone or in collaboration. So I've been working with Sue Brenchley, Mama Molecule, the lady at the top of the tree that started the ASEA organization, and one of her key leaders as well, Paul Tyre, Triple Diamond from America, amazing guy with a great IT background. The three of us have been the project team on this with Larry. Main goals with ASEA Connect is just to share ASEA content, corporate content, and stay informed about what ASEA is happening via the app messages. As I said, that is still not working. So build a business. So Jeanie GO is about building a business from a field-proven system. And we can not only customize the content, but we can customize the app. And that is extraordinary. So the ASEA Connect, the idea is to have translation tools. At the moment, that's not working. and hopefully link to some other great ASEA tools. Hopefully that's awesome. But like I said, outside of the US, that's actually really not much a reality. We need to have different tools because of regulatory concerns and that sort of stuff. Jeanie GO is about web tools. It's about not only sending like a link and a website and videos and documents and audios and things like that, but also to be able to track all of that and to know what people are doing with that information, to be able to really understand what your customers and what your team wants and does and needs. So that's a very different level of support. And Wellness Tracker is a key way for retention and to provide customer service. And then also duplication, which is super important as far as for many of you, you've listened to the mentoring calls that Nicole rolled out recently in the Facebook group. That is already in the app. So our duplication ability will be far greater. And the cost, so ASEA Connect, it's free for everyone. Jeanie will have a very low level subscription with limited functionality, and the $25 a month in Australia. For America, it'll be $20 a month. I think in New Zealand, it'll be 25 bucks a month. But when I say bucks, that's their local dollar. Sorry, that's the Australian slang there. So it is a paid for subscription, but to me, the value is extraordinary. And if you're serious about building an ASEA business, I think any other way is just hard work. This is all about making our job a lot easier. Now, remembering that there are more people using the internet on mobile devices than there are on computers now. And the way of the future is absolutely on devices, particularly in developing nations and Europe and Asia and so forth like that. That's definitely the way to go to get your business on your phone. Jeanie GO benefits: leaders, builders, and prospects. By far more benefits for each of these three categories with this kind of app. Some of those I've already gone through with the leaders. Some of the ones I didn't talk about was automated message campaigns. Many of you are aware that Nicole and I were the first people to have campaigns, automated campaigns in the whole of ASEA, and that is only going to continue and going to improve. Collaboration with field leaders. We've never been able to do that before. We've never been able to go cross line and go, okay, what are you doing really well? What do I do really well? And actually be able to work together. Now, we want to be very selective and discerning about what we do there, but that's absolutely built into the system as a possibility, and that we can do that. Being a key influencer as well, you can now go out to the marketplace and you can say that you have a specific app built for your business. You have a system on your phone in how to do your business. That is a huge advantage in a workforce that wants flexibility. They want independence as well. They want to be able to do everything on a mobile device from home. And they just need an internet connection. Okay, so builders, obviously you got your team support system, that's your training and duplication systems. We're going to go through for that. We're going to put in one place all of the content that us as leaders are recommending that you use to make it simple. One of the keys to duplication is to keep it very, very simple. So the team training, and content will be up to date. As I said, that's real time. We can upload things in real time. It'll be the easiest and fastest way to share content and to be notified when that content, you've got some engagement with that content, which is pretty cool. And then connecting to other team tools as well. So looking at different sales funnels and Facebook groups and different ways that we can interact with the app is going to be very exciting in the future as things get more and more clever, message bots and things like that. A lot of people are using that sort of technology now. Well, the Jeanie GO is the platform for all of that to branch off from. Very productive and a very unique tool. No one has got anything like this in the marketplace. In all of the network marketing industry, through our research, we've not been able to find anything like it. For the prospects, it's going to look good. It's going to come in a very professional format. It's going to be very efficient. When people are contacting them and sending them information and then they get notifications, it's going to come across very professional. We really want to raise the bar of the network marketing industry so people realize it's a very real business and anyone can do it just by following the app. So it's branded. So we'll look at that in just a second. And the campaigns are going to go out to customers and business builders, and they're going to feel this continuity. They're going to feel supported, and it's like they're customized to their needs. So also associates will be more fully informed. We're going to look at a messaging service where the app will actually have notifications for any new information, whether a prospect's updated, the training library is updated, but also to have in-app messaging so that we can push notifications through the whole team, which is really exciting. And when a prospect becomes an associate, it's an integrated flow. It's a workflow. It's not stoppy starty. It's all in the same place, and it'll be very very easy for them to go from prospect to customer to associate and so forth. Okay, so this is the proposal. This is not set in stone, but this is a proposal and this was put to the US leaders of ASEA. But yes, so there is actually no onboarding at the moment. That's waived till the end of August. But after that, there will be a $2,500 onboarding fee. That's not for you guys to worry about. That's for Nicole and I. The $500 a month, that's our subscription. For your subscription, it's just that it's 25 Australian dollars or 20 Australian, it's 20 American, I think it's 25 Kiwi dollars. But those of you that did become pro subscribers a couple of years ago, that $20 a month will be grandfathered, and you'll maintain that price of your subscription. And we're looking at about probably $3 a month for the light version, where people can just get a bit of a glimpse at it. Perhaps they've just started as an associate and they just want to dip their toes in the water before they go the whole hog on that one. But yes, but there is the facility for this app to provide a lot more content as well. And that sort of content could be adjunct to the ASEA business. That could be personal development content. It could be perhaps like the bank training system, the bank profiling system. We could perhaps deliver content through the app like that. So other professional skills and professional development, personal development being able to be delivered through the app. It's got the functionality for that. So the resources. Okay, so there will be weekly training at 10 a.m. Brisbane time on that Zoom address. I will pop that in the chat box as well, just so everyone's got that. But I don't think you have to worry too much about this, because I'm quite certain that a lot of this training will actually be in the app. And that's going to be quite easy to find. There we go, it's in the chat box there. There's a training center within the app called Jeanie GO. And if you go to the Facebook group, Jeanie GO Facebook group, it's a Facebook page, sorry, there will be recordings of training in there as well. So tomorrow's training at 10 a.m. is the first weekly training we have. It's a global training, but that's the best time that suits Australia. For those of you that are in the US and you don't have Jeanie Pro or anything like that, this is the first time you've heard about this app and this technology. If you actually text that 88588 and then your associate ID, that will actually click you through to a navigation bar where you can actually set up a subscription portal for you. That service is only available for those of you in the US, because you've got amazing telecommunication functionality, which we do not have here in Australia and New Zealand and other parts of the world. Okay, so Facebook, Jeanie GO training library. There will be a library as well, and also there's the Jeanie GO app. I'm sorry, that was done twice. In the mobile app itself, there is a feedback, a love feedback or bug, and there is also one on the desktop, and I'll show you that in the app in the demonstration. You can also email Jigcity at support@jigcity.com or message Jeanie GO via their Facebook page on Facebook. Okay, so I thought I had the demo at the top. No, there we go. What's next? Okay, so this, I just ask for your consideration that it's just like when you build a brand new home. For those of you that have ever built a home, you know that as a part of the contract, the builder sends in inspectors, and you have the opportunity to give feedback, and you might have a nail pop out, or a tile that's not quite right. You need the builder to come back and fix that up. We are in that phase with this infrastructure. This is a brand new piece of software, brand new product, and there may be a few little bugs in that, right? But at the moment, we are actually fixing bugs faster than they're being reported. Okay, so we are really improving the quality of this. This app is far more stable than the ASEA Connect ever was, the old version. And so, yeah, it's looking really stable. It's looking really good. So yeah, just give your feedback and things will get fixed up real fast, but be aware in the next few weeks, there will be major improvements and major bug fixes as we go through that process. This is the launch. Like, we've not been using it until now. So it's pretty exciting. New subscription page will be on offer. More translations will come through, more internationalization, more the in-app messages I talked about before. That will be a new feature that's not there yet. The dashboard upgrade, that's what I'm most excited about. I'll share more on the next screen about that one. And smart steps for efficient contacting. So knowing what you're meant to do next in the process. Activity tracking, I'll show you what that'll look like, and then expanded resources in the library and training. So there's already a bunch of stuff in there, but that's super exciting. Now, you can't manage what you don't measure. And tracking your business activity increases your productivity by 400%, was a quote by Clay Stevens, a network marketing trainer, in some of his books. And we've never had an easy way to do activity training. Anyone here like really love doing the tracking of their business, how many contacts they're contacting, how many follow-ups and stuff like that? I've got to say, it has been the biggest weakness since doing this for 6 years. I've never been able to nail. I've never been able to nail the tracking. What if everything you did on the app was tracked for you and you would get a report for that? You would be able to measure exactly the activity that you're doing in your business, and you could go to an upline mentor and ask, where do you need to improve? That is being able to identify what skills you need to learn in the business to improve your productivity and improve your outcome. This to me is the single most game-changing thing about this technology, is that everything can be tracked. And a few key metrics that I would suggest the most important things to measure in this business are how many new contacts you're adding to the app, which is building your list. How are you sorting those contacts? And as you develop the skills to profile them, like a bank or, a Myers-Briggs or a DISC or something like that, but I would suggest bank is the way to do that. How many new invitations are you sending? You're sending a tool, a link to a video, a link to a website. How many of those are being clicked on? What is the conversation beforehand that you're pre-framing a person and ensuring that you're delivering that invitation to view something in a way where you get a good conversion rate that they actually do it? What are the total number of follow-ups? Remembering that 80% of sales are made in the 5th to 12th follow-up, and the vast majority of salespeople never even follow up more than 3 times. Okay, that could be the weakest link in the chain. How many of your people are becoming enrolled? So what's your conversion rate? And how many to customer and to associate? Very, very important as we see this industry evolve in the future. And how many new associates actually how many of those customers and associates do their wellness tracker and follow that through to the 3 months, which is extremely important for retention and really getting the results for people, that you've got good long-term compliance and you're applying the right advice on how to use the product correctly and the right dosages, so they get the result and they become a raving fan of this product forever. Not only will that greatly improve your residual income, but that will also increase your duplication as more of those people, as time goes on, fall in love with it and they just start to want to share it. And we're seeing that more and more as the years go on. People that have been using the product for years just go, look, I love this stuff. I want to share it. How do I do that? And then the last one is how many new associates actually do their training, getting started in the same way on the app. And we can update that as things go by, but we've got a great system there. They just follow the steps, 1, 2, 3, and you know that they have had the content delivered to them in an expert way. It's not like you have to be the trainer. You just direct them to the training section. So yeah, that is what I am super stoked about. And I can claim that I am the only person that actually set that out for all of Jeanie GO. So very, very happy. That is the vision I've had for 4 years that can really transform everyone's business. And how can you help? Well, what I would really love you to do is to download the app and start using it. It doesn't cost you anything to do that. And if you've got the Jeanie Pro version, well, you get all the extra benefits as well. If you're not a Pro version subscriber and you really do want to build your business and get the most out of that, and you're in America, subscribe. If you're not in America, just wait and we're going to get that subscription portal very shortly. I would suggest you go to the Facebook page. Facebook.com/Jeanie GO app. Nicole, maybe if you could pop that in the chat box again for me. Go to the Facebook page and like it, and maybe even set it the notifications to see first, or make sure you're watching all the notifications, because that's where any big announcements that you're going to see are going to come from that page. That's the fastest way to get notified from Jeanie GO at the moment. And rate and review it. Like, give some love to Larry. This man, he's had a tough job the last 4 years, and I think finally he's found his stride. He's got his freedom, his creativity, his 30 odd years of network marketing and IT experience has come to the forefront. So please, if you love it, go to the App Store, go to the Google Store, give it a 5-star review. Tell people what you love about this app, because this is going to change the way we do business, and very, very good for Larry to do that. Become familiar with it. Start to play with the app. I'm going to do the demo just next, but really start to get into it, have a look at everything it can do, and then you'll feel comfortable when you are in the middle of a conversation with someone that you can just pull the app up and use it, and be proficient in it. Send some feedback. You find anything wrong, please send some feedback in the app. I'll show you how to do that in a second. And suggest content to the leaders. Suggest content to us and your upline team as like, hey, this is a tool that I use all the time. You know, would you consider putting it in the app? Remember, this content is field driven, and we control what's in it. We do want to keep it simple. The most overwhelming feedback we had from the ASEA Connect app, the old ASEA Connect app when it was launched, was it was too complex. It had too much stuff in it. So we have a team default prospecting tools, which only has about 10, 11 tools in it to try and keep things simple for you. So we don't want to have too many, but we want to make sure that we've got the best stuff in there. And that includes even testimonials. That includes, you might find a webinar that's amazing. Please let your team leaders know. Let's assess it, and let's see about putting it in the app if we need it, or particular documents, for example, and team tools. And evangelize your team when you're ready. So if you love it, go out there, shout it from the mountaintops, and get them using it. This is our opportunity to seriously expand our business, expand our reach, and deliver a fantastic piece of technology for everyone. How's that? Is everyone sounding pretty? Is everyone happy with that? Hands in the air if you're happy. I'm happy. I'm happy. Yeah, everyone's happy. Fantastic. Sounds good. Thank you very much. Looks like we're on the right page. Okay, so now I'm going to share my phone screen with you and take you for a little tour. Okay. Just coming up. Ding. Trust. Where'd it go? There it is. Brilliant.
Yay.
So, hooray, my Jeanie app. I'm going to click on there. And for those detail-orientated people, or people that love their branding, look in the top left-hand corner. That's right. That's a Shine Bright Team app. This is our app, ladies and gentlemen. You can see the Stronger Together there. So that's obviously the latest promotion. If I click on that promotion, that's going to take me to the place where I can get all the information about that flyer. Now, because I'm Facebook Living and I'm also recording, I'm doing a Zoom with 60 people on it. My internet's pretty slow and it's absolutely struggling, I'm afraid. Let's turn that off, see that'll speed it up any. But I did this just before and it went, there's no problem. It's just that my internet home is really struggling at the moment. So I'll turn that off. Now, next thing is the plus button. So say I'm having a conversation with someone, and I've done this many times. I'll be chatting away and it comes up that there's, you know, something they've got an issue with, some sort of problem that I feel like I have a solution for. I'll say, hey, I know something that might be able to help you with that. Would you like me to send you some information? Quick video or something, you can have a look at that. Let me know what you think. Yeah, sure. Fantastic. What I do is I click the plus button. Now I could either import it from my address book or I could add it manually. And what I'll do is I'll actually hand my phone to them. And I'll say, fantastic. If you want to pop your details in there, I can send you an email or a text or social, you know, Facebook Messenger or WhatsApp Messenger, whatever you'd like, with the information. At the same time, I'll also say, hey, are you on Facebook? Do you like to connect on Facebook? I find it really easy. If you are, if you give me your phone and open Facebook, I'll find myself and send myself a friend request so we can connect on there. So I'm literally using their phone on Facebook, and they've got my phone, and they're filling in this information so I know where they are. It's even got the time zone on there, which is really great, because then you don't want to be calling someone in the middle of the night, right? Okay, so back to the dashboard. So when there is an update to your content, you can see 3 there. So those 3 contacts, there's been an update to that. So they've either clicked on something, or somehow they've had an engagement with the information that I've sent them. So that knows who I've got to get back to straight away, right? And then there's the library update. Well, that's new content that's in the library. That's either prospecting content, or it could be potentially like a price list, uploaded a new price list for a seer. And so it lets you know that something new is in the library. And you can see the stuff in yellow is the new documents, okay? So that's how you know what is the brand new stuff. Now, you can also filter the library according to the name, the date, the popularity, the recently used, okay? And then there's a whole bunch of categories that you can search in to find what's in that library. Now, if I go down, this one's called Prospecting Tools. Okay, and these are our team tools. These are the tools that Nicole and I and our field leaders, the executive group and the Diamond group, we agree that these are the primary tools that you want to be using in your business to keep it simple and to get the most bang for your buck. Okay, so you can see there's 10 items that are selected. Now, if I go to all, that's going to be 40 items in the whole library. Okay, now, keep in mind, we're still filling this library out, so there'll be more in that, but 10 is plenty for basic duplication of your team tools. And you see there's a couple of 1 minutes, there's a 3 and 9 minute Amazing Molecules link, that's the .com link, product and business, .net, product only, 13-minute I see a breakthrough video. If you haven't seen that, later on tonight, go in there and have a watch of it. And if you want to have a watch of it, you click on it. And so you can actually preview what it is that you're going to send them before you send it to them. You can turn your phone sideways. And again, I've got the internet issue. Oh, there we go.
It's the key to life. It makes it possible for us to get out the door.
Okay. So if you haven't watched that video, highly recommend you do. I think it's quite a good little video. Now I want to click in that. So that button in the bottom right-hand corner, that takes it to full screen. And if I turn my phone sideways, that's how I can see it the biggest. So I just hit that button again, and I reduce it back down. Hope that makes sense. Now, if you find a tool that you absolutely love, you think's fantastic. For example, for me, the ASEA Science tool, I want to favorite that because I use that a lot. Okay, so I can just click that, and that's going to show up in my favorites list every time I go to my library. And see, I can just hit the share button, and that's how I can share it. But yeah, so they're the basic tools. Now, and you can see underneath the search library, there's name and there's prospecting tools. So that's how the library is currently being filtered. Now, I could click that and turn that off. And so now I've got access to all of them again. So maybe I want to go price, for example. Or Live Well Guide, for example. There's Live Well Guide, right? So I can search for it that way, and that way I can actually get into the Live Well Guide and say I've got a new customer, I can send that customer the Live Well Guide directly from my phone. How cool is that? Okay, so for example, another thing, there's forms and legal. And obviously I've got a little challenge with that. So I'll get back to that tomorrow, but that's where the ASEA associate application forms will be, and price lists and all of that sort of stuff. And I was actually expecting that to turn up, so I'll have that fixed tomorrow. I wonder why that didn't work actually. No, yeah, okay. So there's something there I've got to fix. But anyway, so that's the library. So I hope that makes sense, but pretty amazing, hey? So go back to the dashboard. Then there's the training updates. And this is what I'm really excited about. In fact, before I go any further, this is just a test I did earlier today to Nicole. And I want to show you something. At the very top there, you can see this little slider. Now, this little slider at the moment is not automated and it's not doing anything really special, but this will do something amazing. This will trigger events every time we move it. So for example, when I first put a person into contacts, there it is, then I might do the prioritize. So I know Nicole's an AN in the bank code. So she's an action-orientated kind of a person. She loves to talk in person, but she also likes to talk just via text, and she'd prefer a document than a video, for example. So I know what I'm going to send her. Then I'm going to actually send her the invitation. So as I did today, I sent a text, and I can actually see what text I sent her and the links that I sent her. So that's recorded. And then I can see that she's actually viewed that as well. So she's viewed that. So I know she's actually had a look at it. Okay. And as time goes on, we're going to get some very funky functionality when it comes to present, follow-up, enrollment, wellness tracker, getting started training. Okay. So this is the basis for a lot of that activity tracker that we're going to get down the track. Now I can add a note if I want to, if I'm meeting Nicole for the first time and I find out she's married, she's got kids, she's interested mainly in the product because she wants to use it on a lump on her leg, but she's been in network marketing before, or she's her career's come to a stop because she used to be an office worker in COVID and that's a disaster. And now she's wanting to build an online business from home and has always loved health. I might put some notes in there so that I can remember those things, what a husband's name is, a kid's name, a dog's name. And the next conversation I have with her, I can have a look at these notes before I talk to her, and I can come into the conversation a lot more informed. And I've actually cared enough to know more about Nicole, what she wants, and how I can best deliver it to her. There's also a direct call button there, so I can call her straight from there as well. That'll track that. And then I can edit Nicole's details as well up there. Pretty cool. All right, so that's the customer relationship database, or the CRM, customer relationship management database, part of the app. There's the library, which we've already been through. There's the share. So if I click on Nicole, I can just go directly into sharing something. I press the green down the bottom for next, and I can choose a Live Well guide, for example, and go next and share something with her. Now, something else is training. So this is the training part of the app, which is really cool. And this is my team, and under my team is welcome to the Shine Bright team. There's a little welcome there. Then there is the Live Well guide, and there's Live Well here. There's a Live Well guide. There's a wellness tracker there. All right, so people can just go straight into that and pull up the PDF. There we go. Okay, pretty cool, right? And then also we've got frequently asked questions from health professionals. Look at that. There's 1, 2 minutes, 3 minutes. So little snippet videos. You know, someone might say, well, hey, does ASEA interfere with my medication? Well, you can just play that to them and show them what Dr. Dick Walker says, who's been an emergency physician for 30, 40 years or something incredible. Okay, so this is very credible. There's a whole bunch of different doctors on there answering a whole bunch of great questions. How to use ASEA. So there's my Justin's Renew Ritual, the ASEA guide, usage guide, 10 tips for ASEA redox supplement. Okay, things like that. So we are filling out this library with more and more information. There's the getting started. There's the share guide. So you can actually download, or you can have a look at the share guide there. Right, and then there's the mentoring calls. Hopefully most of you on this call have done the 14 mentoring calls. They're amazing. And if, for example, the person's a high A, they may want to have a look at their transcript instead of listening to the call. So there's the transcript right there. They can actually read it on their phone. Okay, pretty cool. Going back, there are, what else is there? There's worksheets and downloads, and there's some bonus video trainings and stuff as well. So some of those mentoring calls, they have, they refer you to a checklist or a worksheet or a video. So all of those are also in that library. So all of the accompanying documentation, how to do a fast forward, how to redeem loyalty points, you know, all of that stuff is actually already in there. All right, pretty cool, hey? We've also got the 30-day launch and build. We've got incorporating ASEA into your existing business. And look at that, we've got our Build to Bronze. So for those of you in the Build to Bronze program, these are the the week 1 and week 2 training. So you can go in here and do the replays and keep all your information in one place instead of having to search Facebook. All right, so there's also some corporate tools in there. They include a welcome message from Tyler, how to earn the loyalty points, and the flyer in there. But really important is the compensation plan. So that's the whole part of the compensation plan is in there. Also the product information. So in the product information is a Sea of Via, Redox Supplement, Renew 28, and also the Ethos Academy. If you haven't done the Ethos Academy, please check it out. This is awesome training. They're only short videos, but really life transformational when we can implement these things into our life. And also a whole bunch of virtual office training. So looking at, for example, associate customer search. You've got someone in your business, you're trying to find them. Okay, so these videos are like how to use your virtual office. All right, so I hope by now you are starting to get the idea of like how extraordinary this is, that so much of your business you can actually do on your phone. And this is where some of the Jeanie trainings will be just there. In more is feedback. This is very important. As you do find little bugs, like I found a bug tonight, found the library missing the price list. And I'm going to copy my team leader on that. So Nicole and I get a copy of that. And I'm actually going to say that's feedback, and I'm going to send that. So the Jixity group, the Jixity team, the engineers, the software engineers, they actually get a copy of that. And also I get a copy of that. So that feedback is super important. So please use it. As you get more accustomed to the app, you can actually start to choose some of these defaults. You know, so I like my list. When you add a contact to the list and you're working with a contact, they're going to be in the my list section. And I like that to be my preferred filter for contacts. And, you know, you can see how you sort them, first name and so forth. Your primary filter, the library filter is prospecting tools. That's default for all of you being in the Shine Bright team. I would recommend you leave it on that because there's the suggested ones. But yeah, it's incredible because you can customize all of this. Your business, it shows you what your lifetime rank is, your current rank is, all of that sort of stuff, where you're enrolled, that sort of thing. Your communications in there, so you can get that daily digest of emails, for example, and send meeting reminders. So when you set a meeting with one of your prospects, that they actually get a text message to remind them about the time of the meeting. How good's that? Okay. Subscription. So obviously that's the pro subscription level. And then some advanced things, which is just about the version of the app that you're in. And very clever, the way that Larry has built this is that updates to the app will happen without you even knowing about it. But I do recommend that when you do go into the library and so forth, just pull it down like that. See, just pulling it down, that actually refreshes that. I'm not sure if you saw before, but it was like the Live Well guide was the only thing in there. All I had to do was pull that down and it would refresh it. Same with the training library. If I pull that down before I use it, I'm going to get the most current information that's in that library. So that's actually a really good little tip. Nikki, can you think of anything else that I need to cover in that demo before we move on?
There's a few questions here. I've answered some of them.
Yep.
So resend information to a prospect, just send it again. You don't go in and like resend what you said before, you just send it to them again.
Yep.
You can create one of your own text and email templates in there, and
I'm just going to send this to Nicole again just to show you exactly what it looks like. I'm sending her the wellness tracker. All right, and I can use some different templates as well. So say if it's, so my personal template, if you had a personal template on Jeanie GO, on Sea Connect, the old version, the desktop version, that's where it will be. That's just a very basic template, like there's not much in that at all. A standard invite. Hey, Nicole, I have exciting news. When can you chat? Okay, thanks. And now with this one, this is really important. You see there's a link there. Now I didn't mean to have a link. If I unclick that and I go back next, you see that link disappears out of that conversation. I'll go back to the invite. And so there's no link in that one. So this is actually a really good first step. Like when you're first contacting someone, just to send them a short, sharp message. Hey, I've got exciting news. When do you have a chance to chat? All right. I can send a second message, and I might do that on social media as well. And if I share that, it'll actually come up on my texting function on my phone, like so. Oops, I put an extra L in there, didn't mean to. And then the second message, I can either put that through WhatsApp.
Got it.
You've already got it? Yeah. And I can send her a Facebook message, right? I just search for her in there, Nicole. There she is. And I can send that. Boom. And she's got the, oh, what happened there? Oh. Okay, that might be a second thing I've got to give feedback on. I hadn't sent a Facebook message today yet.
I've sent one.
Oh, well, let me try that again. Maybe I did something wrong.
Could be a you error.
I'm like turning the screen towards the computer because I think I have to do that. It's not only half looking at my phone. I'm so clever.
Oh, you're so funny.
So clever. Oh, so I actually sent that via message. Yeah, well, that was my fault. That was a user error, definitely that one. Let's try again. One more time. Come on, Justin, you can do it. So the lesson of this is slow down. Do it properly.
I'm just messaging you one.
I'm going to share that. There we go. So that's a text message. Boom, got that. And then that's recorded. Tell me when you get that, Nikki. Share that. Next. This time I'm going to go social. Share. This is what I'm talking about.
Yep, I got it. It is actually showing an error even though it sends, Justin.
Okay, yeah, but I think because I'm clicking on it too fast.
I just did one too.
There we go. That's your WhatsApp.
I just got the WhatsApp.
Yeah, WhatsApp's really fast. By the way, if people don't know, WhatsApp is actually encrypted. So from a security perspective, WhatsApp is even better than Facebook Messenger. Okay, so I'm going to do that. And yeah, definitely, and particularly if you're in the build to bronze. Oh no, I hit Facebook before, that's why. I didn't mean to do that. Oh, look at that. That allows me to post there. I don't want to do that. Don't be posting non-compliant information to Facebook. Not good. But you already know that. There's Nicole. Send.
Can an associate who has not subscribed to Jeanie Pro allowed to log into Jeanie GO? Yes, you can you can log in. You just will have restricted features after the end of this month. Ben says, you're making this too easy. Love it. Simple is the best. Thank you.
Absolutely.
So yeah, any issues, just we'll do them on that love, feedback or bug on the app because, you know, new technology does take a little while. I think we've got a lot of stuff straightened out, you know, over the last couple of weeks, but I do expect there'll be like some little things in there. If you think that there needs to be more content's not in the right categories in the library for prospecting, message me directly about that and I will take care of that. The training library is, I think, pretty much complete right now for where we are. So we've transferred over all of our new kind of units and our new, like our empowering success system, the content that we have built so far, it's in there now. So we will be adding some more content. Like I've got Janine and I've worked on some extra mentor calls to create for the launch and build guide. So I just have to sit down and script and record them. And I've been a little preoccupied with this. So yeah, we'll just be doing those and adding that content in there, but we're pretty close to having the whole system built out. I've actually got our Grow to Gold guide back. I've just got to do some final adjustments on that. And then I just have one more guide to do for for Platinum Diamond Life. And then we got it all the way to Diamonds, everything that you need to know.
How good is that, everyone? Is that amazing or what?
He just had to get his music and he couldn't help that.
Happy days, happy days. Yeah, that is phenomenal. 4 years in the making. It's a big deal. I hope you guys get huge value out of it. Play with it. Let us know how you're going. Can't wait to hear. more of your feedback. And how'd we go with the Q&As, Nikki? Amaze balls, love it.
Pretty good, but maybe give people a chance to ask any questions or say something now, because I might have missed some. There was a lot of chat in the box there, so let me just go back.
Awesome. So yes, please, if you got any Q's and A's, then please open up the lines, unmute yourself, and let's get your questions answered. Hey, Peter, fantastic.
Hey, Justin. Hey, Nicole. Hey, everyone.
Hi.
I just wanted to ask, hey, do we have access to this now, or do we have to pay the subscription?
Right now, it's free. If you're a pro subscriber, you get all the benefits. If you've never used it before, go to the App Store, download it. Doesn't cost you a cent. After this month, it will start to kick in. So yeah, get on it right now. Hopefully tonight after the call, everyone's downloaded it, or hopefully you've already downloaded it while we're talking. Yeah, how good's that?
Thank you.
Great question. Thank you, Peter. And like I said, in there somewhere is the Asana training. We were having a conversation with Peter Delamay, and Asana come up. And I said, "There's even Asana training, isn't there? Where is that, Nicole? That's in it's
actually in the Build to Bronze course. No, it's in the
1 to 14.
in the Launch and Build course, and it's in the Mentor Call bonus downloads. I've still got a little bit of content to upload in some of those courses, some videos and things, because Sven has been pulling down the video files off YouTube for me.
Yeah. So there you go, Peter, in the Launch and Build
That was pretty
guide.
amazing for you to remember that, Nicole.
She's a pretty amazing girl, that Nicole. Yeah, don't tell her too much. She's already got a big brain in there. All right. Any other questions?
Yes, I've seen somewhere that you can use your own email address instead of Jixity. I tried to get in there, but I didn't really know how to get the information from Gmail. Okay,
so Anne, are you talking about your own email address? What it should be sending, if you're sending an email from Jeanie GO, it should be sending the email from the same email address that you're registered with ASEA.
Okay.
Yeah, and like you can go into that section. I'll do a quick screen share again. In that advanced settings. So the 3 buttons down the bottom right-hand corner. If I go into settings and I go personal, there's your email address there.
Okay, because I did it on the computer, and when I tested it, it came with a Jixity email address. Okay,
good question. So as I said before, the desktop version at the moment is a mess. So please don't use the desktop version. You got to remember, in the last 4 months, we have been totally focused on getting this app out. And I mean like multiple meetings every week, hours and hours, like pouring the energy and the focus into building this app. And the desktop, because it was set up as the old ASEA Connect, and all of this happened very quickly with corporate, it kind of caught us a bit unaware, the desktop version has suffered. Give us a few weeks and we hope to have that desktop version totally synced with your app. So when something happens in your app, you see it in the desktop. Right now, the desktop version is not accurate. So please ignore it for a little while and play with your phone.
It's great to know. And you guys have done an amazing job. Love it.
Hey, it's very exciting. Yeah. Like, you know, ASEA is all about making your life better, right? So why not make the business better with a cool tool? That's the idea. We can walk around and our business is in our pocket. It's awesome. Yeah, Jackie.
Hi, I was a pro subscriber, but when it wasn't working, I stopped it. So I'm still not quite sure, how do I go back and be pro again?
Okay, that's a great question. And right now I can't give you the answer. Still download Jeanie GO and start using it.
I've got it and I've used it.
Yeah, okay, awesome. So because the current subscription portal is only working for the US, but we will have that resolved very, very soon for the rest of the world. So stay tuned on that one. Probably keep, follow the notifications in the Jeanie GO Facebook page, which I actually forgot to show you. So I'll show you that very briefly. And the other cool thing I forgot to show you was the admin tools. You'll get a sneak preview of that, which I don't think anyone in the world would have seen. So this is the admin tools. This is where we can like upload stuff and manipulate our library, look at our training organization, and even customize the app settings. So that is a big deal. This program, it may just look techie and unattractive, but that is genius in the making. And that is where all of the time and money and effort has gone the last 4 months. So this is the Facebook page, Jeanie GO Home. Obviously, it's got 2 posts in it, 3 posts in it. It's literally been set up in the last couple of days. So stay tuned to that, follow it, see first, so that you make sure, oh, I've got too many people see first, so I'm gonna have to fix that. But yeah, try and edit it to see first so you get all the latest notifications in there, and stay tuned. We will definitely be updating you there. And yes, okay, the Facebook Live is in there. Very good. Good question. Next.
So Justin, there is a question in the chat box about the product usage guides. It seems they can't be sent unless they're in the library.
That's correct.
Yeah, so they'd be really handy to send out, you know, once a preferred customer or an associate comes on board. That would be really good to be able to send them.
So also another thing that's happened just recently is the campaigns that we've always had, they've been updated as well. And the share guide will be updated because the share guide currently is promoting ASEA Connect, but that was the old version. That will be updated to promote Jeanie GO. Personally, I'm not going to be using ASEA Connect at all. I'm not going to badmouth it, but for me, it's not a whole business system. This is a whole business system. So there, yep, do apologize. There are a few things that we do need to fix up, including that. But I thought the Live Well guide was already in the library.
The Live Well guide is in the library.
Yeah, thought so. So you can send it from the library, Janine.
Yeah, but it's more like your Justin's Ritual, the little video of how to use Renew, and 10 tips of taking the drink. Those ones aren't in the library.
That's a good point. I'll take note of that and have that done tomorrow.
Thank you. Or tonight.
Oh, tonight, get out of here. All right, very good. Any other questions?
Justin?
Yes, who's that?
Yeah, so Ted, so will you have access to some of the other videos that corporate has put up? Like I didn't see Michelle Salt's testimonial on your Jeanie app.
Yes, so the library.
In there. Actually, that one should be in there.
So that's what we said, how you can help us, Ted, and everyone. If there's a particular tool that you're using that is not in there, please.
Actually, that one isn't in there.
Please message Nicole and I. Put us, message both of us, and we will get onto that, fix that as soon as we can.
Well,
Great pickup.
We're being
It's in there
recorded
now. It's in there now.
Okay.
I just put it in.
But I'd like a conversation with you later, Justin, offline, because I had a very long conversation with corporate the last 2 days through my frustration. So I have a lot of input for you.
Yes, brilliant, brilliant. Yes, there's been the transition between the old app and the new app was not well handled. Yes, so that was out of my control. I'm sorry about that. But the good news is this is the bomb. We got control over this. Absolutely, Ted. No worries. Let's organise that.
Yep.
Justin, could we have the production facility back in the library? It
Okay.
was there and then it did.
Okay. Yep. Absolutely. Production facility.
Yeah.
Oh yes. I also want to give some thanks to Jan Jeanette and Jarrett Klein, David Penrose, Julian Sasha, and Rob Diamond as my Jeanie task force and beta testers. Also Janine, of course, always gives a huge amount of input. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen, for supporting me in this project and yeah, testing out some of the things as we got to this level, this point. You've got that Michelle video, Nikki, that's all sorted?
Yes, it's in there, but I just can't categorize it. So I'll have to do that.
That's wonderful.
Like Larry's going to fix that for me. Yeah.
Yeah. Was it Michelle Salt?
No, that's done. It's done.
Yeah, but
I just got to put it in the stories category.
Okay, fantastic. So yeah, so we just got a permissions issue on that particular video, Ted, but you can see how quickly we can get that rectified. It's phenomenal, real-time uploading. Great. Any other questions?
Can I just say, I've been looking for it in the Play Store under every single derivative I can possibly try, and I can't find it.
Okay.
Try the link. Go with the link. The Play Store is painful because it's, you know, Android.
All right. Okay.
Try the link.
I am going to send you that link.
I just put in the chat box. Yeah, the Apple one you could search, but Android is like, it's just the Google Play Store. It's a problem.
Okay. Thank you.
Okay, see that link there in the chat box? Kylie, if you click that, that should hopefully take you straight there.
I'm looking on my phone.
Yep, you can still go to your chat in your phone.
I put in Jeanie GO and it shows as a second one on my Android.
There you go.
Mine
Fantastic.
worked
Thank you,
as
Anne.
well, first shot, so it's okay.
Thanks, Mick. What are you saying? It could be a picnic? Problem in chair, not in computer?
I've got a problem, Justin.
Yes, Colette.
When I go to library, it says no library files found. Change filters or pull down to refresh.
Okay.
It won't pull down.
Oh, that's very interesting, Colette. Thank you very much for letting us know about that. That's the first I've heard of that.
See?
Can't refresh library. Okay, so you know how to change the filters though, right, Colette?
Can you talk me through it again?
Yep, absolutely, because this is a core function that is really good for everyone to know how to do. This is how you navigate what's in the library. There we go there. So I've got that library button on the bottom. That's how I get to the library. And you just pull it down and then it refreshes the library. And those three little bars up the right there looks like an equalizer bar. I click that and that's how I get to the sort and filter. So I can filter it. Yeah, by those ways. So if you click on all, and interestingly, remember when I did this earlier in this demonstration, there were only 40 items. Now there's 47 items. So 7 extra items have been updated while I've been on this call. Okay. You can also filter by document, video, links, and so forth. If I apply that, that's how I get that filter.
No, it's still the same.
Okay. Is that an old app by any chance? Like when did you download that app?
This morning.
Oh, okay. Well, that is interesting. Can you please go to more section, go to more and go to settings and advanced. What is the Jeanie GO software version you've got running?
What's the Jeanie GO software version I've got running?
1.0.24.
24. Oh, okay. That's the JavaScript, or is that Jeanie GO software version back end?
Sorry, the
back end is 3.
So native iOS is 1.0.24.
Oh yeah, 1.0.24. Yeah.
24, and Java is 1.0.24, and backend is 3.3.09.
Okay, thanks guys. I will look into that, and I wonder whether that is purely a UK issue, because your app store is regulated in different countries. Maybe that's a Pommy thing. I don't know.
Justin, can I just suggest they log off?
Yes.
If they log off the app and log back on again, because that sometimes fixes a lot of weird things that just don't make any sense.
That's a good idea. And there's
3 times this morning.
Okay.
When was the last time, Colette? We've uploaded an enormous amount of data today.
While we've been on this call,
yep,
I've logged off 3 times while I've been on this call and logged in again to try and get into the library.
Great. Could you actually delete the app for me and just download it from the App Store again, just in case? That it seems like that should be working for you, but maybe deleting the app and reinstalling it, that might clear a bug there. Sorry about that.
I'm going to get to do that because that's my technical advisor.
Ah, get him back. That's it. I love your work. Love your work. Great. Any other questions? Thanks, Janine. Yes, so that was interesting. So yeah, that library number seems to be ticking up the longer we're here. And I think that's just because it's all uploading. It's just taking a little while to download.
It's because I'm uploading things while you're.
Yeah. The other thing is, as the very first time you use the app, it's going to take longer because it's downloading all that content of the app into your phone. Once it's there, it's much faster. So yeah, so it's actually going to get easier. Okay, great. Any other questions?
Justin, if you never log out, if you don't actually ever log out, it will just go straight in every time?
Updates should, yeah.
When you touch the app on your phone.
Oh, yes.
You'll just go automatically in, like it goes really faster than it ever used to.
Mm-hmm. Yes,
it'll just go straight in every time.
So it's automatic.
Automatic, yeah.
Yeah, that's correct. And
yeah,
fantastic. I can screen share that. So yeah, that's right. I don't normally log out when I'm using the app. Because we've been doing a huge amount of updates and things like that, I've been logging out and having to delete it sometimes and upload it. But see, my app is currently logged in. I click it. And actually that's taking a little bit longer than it normally does, purely because you can see there, Nicole's done 6 library updates since I was in the library just then. So she's actually putting brand new things in the library as we speak. So yeah, good call. Thanks, ladies.
So yeah, if you could please just message me directly if things are missing or whatever, and I'll keep a list of those and I'll just check them off as I go.
Yeah, great work. All right.
I have something.
Yes. Hey, Ben. Good to have you.
How you doing? Yeah. The first time when I synced my contacts, I have left a feedback for you, but I thought I might share it just in case it's still doing it for people.
Please do.
With the mobile number, how you got the area code, the +61. Whenever you send a message with that, it's +61, and then you knock off the 0 of the start of the number.
Yep.
When I uploaded my contacts, it actually uploaded the entire phone number. So you had an extra 0. So I had to actually manually remove them.
Ah, okay.
So if you find you're not actually messaging, it might be because your contacts have been uploaded with the wrong number. You've got an extra number in there.
That is a great point.
So I did leave some feedback through the app, but I thought I'd share it as well.
That is awesome, and we will be straight onto that tomorrow. Yeah, it'll have to do with the format of how the contact is kept on your phone. Because in Australia, we can either keep it 04 or +61. So it's probably just a little bit of miscommunication there, but that's a great pickup, mate. That's very important. Thank you so much.
Not a problem.
Yeah, awesome. See, this is good. Any other queries, questions, comments? Login details are the same as your ASEA login details. And if you've got 2 accounts when you log in for the first time, and you are a pro subscriber, for example, Nicole and I shared 2 accounts on the one ASEA account, it gives you the choice whether I'm Justin or Nicole, how I'm operating the app. And that means that my contact information is different in my own personal one, because my contacts might be different to her, my conversations might be different to who, she's talking to different people than I am. And that means that your database is specific to your user, which is really important. Great.
I think it's a good idea to share it with your partner. It's too confusing.
Yeah, just have 2 accounts. Have a pro account. The way to go. Awesome. Any other questions before we wrap up then? Well, if I wasn't on a detox diet, I would have a wine tonight because this is a celebration. So, but I'm not. I am detoxing. So no wine for me, boo-boo. All right.
I've been adding some things as we've been talking here, so there are a few things in there.
But I'm still going to have a little dance off because I'm happy. I'm happy. It's taken a long time to do this. All right, everyone. Love yous all to bits. You're all amazing. Go out there and shine bright.
Good night, everyone.
Thank you.
Thanks,
Bye.
Justin.
Good night. Thanks, Justin. Good night, everyone.
Virtual hugs.
It's fabulous.
Virtual hugs.
Bye.
I got the dance background. I got the disco background. Can you see?
Yeah, you got the club in the background there.
Very disco, Nicole.